Hello, my name is Deborah Jackson, and my home was in foreclosure. We got behind on our mortgage because I got hurt on my job, and my husband was laid off from his job. We filed for bankruptcy, but in January of this year, the stay was lifted. We were behind 17 months. I tried to get the mortgage company to work with us to give us a few more months to get caught up on the mortgage, and they refused. I prayed and asked God to please send us someone who wouldn't scam us, who would help us to save our home. I knew someone was out there, and I prayed and asked God to connect that person to me. Needless to say, Mr. Anthony Fury gave me a call the same day that I received the letter stating that my house would be sold. They did not give me a sale date at that time, but I knew that these people intended to sell our home from under us. I knew God had truly sent Mr. Anthony Fury to help us. He called, and the first thing that he did, he called the mortgage company and started negotiations with them to save our home. A few days later, after we had signed all the paperwork and everything like this, we went ahead and he put us in contact with Roosevelt Law Center. I can't thank William Kumar and Miss Nancy Evans enough. Everything that I needed, they told me. I sent what was requested, and I knew that they were working to save our home. They knew that I did not want to lose my home, and so I take my hat off to them. They worked diligently to save our home. If it had not been for William Kumar, Nancy Evans, the Roosevelt Law Center, Mr. Anthony Fury for making that call the same day I got online looking for help, I would have lost my mind. My life would have ended if I had lost my home, because what else did I have to live for? Losing my home and to have someone else living in my home? God knew I could not have that happen to me. So this is why he sent Mr. Anthony Fury into my life. And I can't give praise, honor, and glory enough for Mr. Anthony Fury. He is truly a God-sent man. He talked with me. I know he was praying for me. And I knew that this was someone that truly cared about what I was going through and was determined to help. Mr. William Kumar, when he made the contact after Miss Nancy Evans told me that he would be contacting me, everyone was so pleasant. They kept me abreast of everything that was going on. And I just knew I never had to worry again. And I knew that God had put these three people in my life. And I knew that my home would be saved. The day that I got my news that my loan modification had been approved, I was actually driving on the interstate. And I wanted to just get out and start shouting. So if you're going through this, truly believe me, I'm not being paid. I would never lie to someone because I wouldn't want anybody to lie to me. But if you truly in this situation, contact Mr. Anthony Fury, William Kumar, and Miss Nancy Evans. And I promise you, your home will be saved just like mine. To God be the glory for the wonderful things that they have done for me. Thank you. Amen.